Guys, this is a 74 C20 update, 3/4 ton, custom 20. Wish it was a camper special, but it wasn't. But here's what an update is on this truck. What we did so far. What I did was I took off the hood on this thing so I can loosen these. Having a hard time with these. Some of the bolts are stripped and just spinning there. So we're gonna have to cut them off, then take this off, then take the cab off, and then we'll pull the motor on this. It's a factory 350 4-speed like mine, same transmission. And I took off the wiper motor, the wiper blades, all that stuff. Hood's over there, up against a cement mixer, and yeah, this thing's ready to be torched. The bolts off the cab. And so we could take this off. I'm gonna probably turn this thing into a trailer. Having trouble with this seatbelt right here. This one here. My truck doesn't have that. I know in the videos you saw how the other one was sitting there on the seat. That was from the passenger side on this. So yeah. Then this is missing on my other one. Gotta get this out of there. I'm going to try and save these. We'll probably just torch the bolts off that's under the cab underneath this thing. And I finally took off my steering wheel. Had a steering wheel puller. You can get them anywhere at any automotive store. You can rent them or you can buy them, I think, if they sell them. If not, then you can buy them on eBay. I don't know if I can find them on the link. If I can find a link. Because we're going to put power steering on this thing. I put this little go-kart wheel on there that I had just for the heck of it, and then we're gonna take the steering column out, take the power steering box, and put it in my 75 because that doesn't have power steering. So that's what we're gonna do. Save the engine and transmission for our muscle car if that ever happens, which I hope it does sometime soon, because I really want a muscle car, either a Camaro, Chevelle, Nova, something. I don't know. We'll see. Might be another pickup. I don't really want another pickup. I would like a muscle car instead. But we'll see. And as you saw in the skit, I was sitting on the seat, and you probably saw that the hood was off. And I did take it off, and you probably saw that the wipers were gone. And you probably saw that the radio was gone. I took that out too. I don't know if I'm going to sell it or what. Probably not. Probably just junk it. So yeah, I gotta buy new innards. I saw you could buy these on LMC truck as well as Brothers trucks. Wait, no, I didn't see them on LMC truck. I saw them on Brothers trucks only. And they're like $50, like almost like $60. And then I found some on eBay for like $18. And so I don't know. We'll see. We'll find some. I'll find one when I do the swap on this. That's coming up next. Probably this summer once we get the rest of this taken apart. Just gotta pull the column out as well as the box and the power steering reservoir. I have that ready to go. That needs to be put in, and then we'll swap the steering wheel. Put another one. Put that old one off of the. Put the other one off of this in there. Which you know what I mean. Put the other one. That's from there to here, and then put new innards in this thing. And yeah, the reason why we're not using this truck, as I would like to, is that the rats took over it, and it's not any old rat. It's the pack rats, and they took over it. I mean, they just took over this truck. It's a dirty shame. Bought it at a estate sale for like $250. Nobody wanted it. I saw it at the corner of my eye in some trees, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, look what's there!" And then we pull up to it, and it's like, "Whoa, what happened here?" Nobody was buying it, and we were the only ones that bought it because we bought it because of the motor, transmission, power steering, and yeah. And then we'll make it into a trailer. The reason why I didn't take the striker bolts off of this is because Whoever had this before welded it on there. This truck's from Missouri. Door panels are there. Door locks I swapped over. Emblems I cut out. And if you don't believe me, Missouri tag, inspection tag, 1990, 91, and 92. If you can see that, I don't know if you can, but I just read it out loud. But yeah, that's why. And the other reason why is this is rust to the bone. It's a rust bucket. Rust in the fenders, rocker panels are shot, cab corners are junk. Bed sides are junk, but whatever. That'll be a trailer. Tailgate's good. This thing's kind of bent out. Probably repaint those letters if we keep this thing. I don't know. Let's do it on my other truck too. And then sides just as bad. They put Bondo all over it before they came over here to New Mexico. They probably took it to a shop and said, "Oh, before we move, we gotta fix this truck, and we'll just put Bondo all over it." So they plastered it on there. I've seen worse. I'll tell you in a minute. I've seen worse. So yeah, this side's just as bad. Took the door locks off on this side. Gotta take that trim piece. I don't know if you can see it down in there, but there's a trim piece that goes here. I have that other side, the driver or the passenger side. I need to buy another one. I saw on LMC truck how to put that in. They have a video and they have the parts to put it on. So I don't know. I would like to find for the custom, not custom deluxe. What was it? Camper special, where they have that TP on there. Just that TP emblem there. That'd be sick. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, the rats took over this, and that is not a real rat. That is just a rubber rat. Just put it in there because it's a. Oh no, wait, it squeaks. I just put it in here because it matches the truck. Look, he lives in there now. I haven't given him a name. Maybe we'll name him Ricky or something. I don't know. Or Rob. I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, this side's just as bad. Look at that. Rat shit and rust. And then they slathered the Bondo all over there. And just did a half-ass job and painted it. And called it good. Other than that, the motor's good on this thing as well as the transmission. In case mine messes up, then we have an extra motor and transmission. But heaven forbid, we put it in a muscle car. Either Camaro, Chevelle, Nova, or Monte Carlo. I would like to have a Monte Carlo someday. I don't know. But yeah, that's about it really. Try to take off that master cylinder to save it for I think that's a master cylinder, to save it for a 67 to 72 GMC. I would like to find a 70, 71 or 72 GMC just because of the hood. I would like to find one eventually. If not, then I'll make one myself out of junkyard parts for the front end, and then tailgate, and that's about it really. And then the steering wheel cover, that emblem in the middle and the steering wheel, all you gotta do is just swap it out to GM and to GMC, and that's it. Took off that plastic that was there. Some of the parts that I took off of this thing and that I have saved for a swap meet, if we ever have a swap meet, if I ever go to a swap meet, and if not, I'll sell it on eBay. Then if not, I don't want to go through all the shipping and stuff. We'll probably just sell it on eBay. Still a lot of good parts that I have saved. And yeah, this truck is ready to be dismantled and the motor taken off, and this thing making into a trailer. What's pretty cool about this truck is that they have metal valve stems on the front, and the rears don't have it, which is weird, but I thought that was cool to see on a 3/4 ton. Just a regular old 3/4 ton. As you see in the rear, they're just rubber ones. Still holding air, good ears. Cracked on the sidewalls. Fronts are Michelin. Same deal, but they're not cracked on the sidewalls. They're cracked inside. I don't know if you can see the crack. Still got good tread left, but they're no good. Michelins are no good, man. I mean, they just not. I've seen worse on Michelins. I've seen where the sidewalls crack like this. Goodyears. Shoo, man, that's a bad sign, man. You don't want to drive that on the highway. Imagine the blowout. I bet you if you blow out, it'll pull out the fender on this truck. Same thing on the front. You don't want to be driving that on the highway. But luckily, this thing does not run. Gas is bad. It stinks like kerosene. The battery was dead, and we just trailered it. I would have done a video on it. I mean, I have some pictures that I have to go through my SD card and probably do a slideshow of us loading it on the trailer. But at that time, I did not know how to do video. I did not know how to do editing, and I need to work on how to get an editing system to do longer videos and put music in an intro and an outro and stuff. But yeah, this bumper on this, somebody made it. I don't know by who, but you could tell it's custom. It's homemade because look at that hole there for the tail, for the trailer lights that plug. So this is a well-made truck, and they put that 3 balls, trailer hitch balls on there. This is still on there, and then put these little like loops. I don't know if you call them loops, where they're like holes with plate. Hook the chains on there. This one, for some odd reason, is bent. I don't know why, but it's bent. It must have had an accident or something. But yeah, I'd like to show you. They put a 5th wheel hitch ball in here. You can't see it now because there's a bunch of stuff, but there's a hole about the size of this right here in the floor. It's just there, it hasn't covered it or nothing because they had this camper top on it. They probably put all their stuff from Missouri, got rid of that camper, and or the 5th wheel or whatever they had towing with this thing. Which was weird is it's not a 4-wheel drive, but check this out. They have, sorry for the wind, they have chains. I just left them there, I didn't touch them. Some other car parts and other parts of this truck. Sorry for the wind. Yeah, the sun went behind the clouds. Thought it was funny to hide from me, and yeah, that's a remnants of an old project that we did. So yeah, muffler on this is just as bad as the other one. Look, I don't know if you can hear that, but listen closely. The whole thing rattles. Which is weird. I don't know why they did that. It's cheesy. It's not dual exhaust, which is pretty sad. I mean, it's just a bare bones truck, if you ask me. Because it came with an AM radio, non-AC. It's a miracle it came with a radio, to be honest. Not even 4-wheel drive. Not even an automatic. What else did it come with? I have the build sheet at home. I'll show it to you in another video. But yeah, it's a bare bones truck. What do they call it? They call this the something two-tone paint on this thing. I don't know what the heck they call it, but that's what it came with. Dodge calls it, and I call it a white hat special. Because Dodge, I don't know why they call it the white hat. That's what they came up with. Which is kind of funny. That's why I call this thing the white hat special truck. Because the top of this is white. The roof on this thing is immaculate. It's good. It's mint. But other than that, though, the rest of it from the seat down is bad. Glass is good on this thing. Fenders are shot. Bed is shot. The whole from the door line all the way down is on this truck is junk. The frame's good though. The frame's good. I did another video on this about almost 20 minutes long. Go check that out. So yeah, just a rant on this update. I've done updates in the past. I actually did my first video on this. I did part 1, 2, and 3, and then I did a video on how to take duct tape off of this. I left some scratches, but who cares? It's plexiglass. Can replace it if you need to. But yeah, I think I'll put this on the 73 F100 pickup. F1, did I say F100? Yeah, F100 pickup. Because it fits. It's a long bed. It's over there. I would show you, but there's some stuff over there, and I don't want to show you. You've probably seen it before, but yeah, that's about it on this truck. Looks like they put the tag on this to do the oil change. Castrol GTX. You can still see it, part of it, what's left of it. And then yeah, then there's that. Oh, and then I took the gas pedal off because I liked it, so I'm gonna keep it for another truck, for the 85 pickup or 83 pickup, or Suburban of 85 or 83. One of those 2 years. I don't know why those years, but don't ask. That's why I saved it. And yeah, that's an update on the C20, the rat trap, also known as the rust bucket. As I have said, I have seen worse. I had another truck, which I didn't do videos of back then. It wasn't my truck, it was my dad's truck. It was our truck. And the truck on the truck bed was just as, not as bad as this, but worse, where you can stick your whole hand and go wee with your fingers. You stick your whole hand in there and go wee with your fingers. And it was the nicknamed rust bucket. And we sold it to a friend, and he still has it. It was a 4-wheel drive truck, half-ton, long bed. Kind of wish I saved it to do a 4-wheel drive swap on the 74 and the 73, because it'd be nice to have a 73 Highboy, but it wasn't a Highboy. It was like a 83 or 84 Ford. It was the uglier, to me it was uglier, a Ford. I don't know why, but it was uglier Ford. They call it the bullnose or whatever the heck they call it, that nickname. But that thing was, let's not go into that. It was just, let's just put it this way, it was bad. It was an ugly truck. Let's just put it that way. I didn't like it. My dad didn't like it. And that's that. So then we got this truck came next. I wouldn't call this my first truck, or that bullnose, that 80s Ford pickup my first truck. I'd say the 75 Chevy was my pickup, but I'd be wrong. It'd be the 74, the 73 F100 pickup. But yeah, I got that one first after this. Went and got this one next. This is second vehicle. Then that one, and then just before I had graduated, I got the 75 Big 10. So yeah, actually, so if you technically, it'd be the 73 F100 would be my first vehicle, but I'm not saying it's my first vehicle. I'd say the 75 would be my next vehicle, and then yeah, that's it where we're at now, because this doesn't run. And the tags on this thing, the last time I drove it, when they registered in New Mexico, as you see, it says 02, and then it says 03 of October, and then I don't know what it says after that. I can't read it because I covered it, but I don't know how long they were here in New Mexico. But yeah, I think since like the 90s, because the front on it says 91, since it says 92 on it, 90, 91 and 92 on it, so they're probably here like 93 or some year, I don't know. If only this thing could talk. But I don't think we'd want it to talk, because then it'd be like, why are you junking me? And I'm going on forever. I know this video is long and I know I talk forever, but I just wanted to show you an update on this truck. Thank you. Stay tuned.